channel and thank you so much for stopping by. So for today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a classic big comforting bowl of spaghetti and meatballs. If you want to see how I make it, then keep watching. But before we get started, please don't forget to like these videos, you guys, so we can get noticed here on YouTube. Share these videos with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. So enough talking, let's go ahead and get cooking. So I'm going to get started on the meatballs, and what I have here is 1.5 pounds of some really good ground beef, and I'm just going to take my hands and just break it up. So now I'm going to put a lot of flavor and seasonings into the ground beef, starting with 2 tablespoons of garlic powder along with 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 1.5 teaspoons of Italian seasonings, 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Now I'm going to add 1 egg along with 3/4 cup of Italian breadcrumbs, and the egg and the breadcrumbs is what's going to help to bind the meatballs together. And to keep them moist, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of buttermilk. I have 1/2 cup of parmesan cheese, and I'm just going to sprinkle in some fresh parsley. And at this point, you can either grab a spoon or, you know what, I'm just going to use my hands. The hands are the best kitchen tool, but make sure that they're very clean. And I'm just going to take them and just mix everything together. Just want to make sure that all those ingredients are well combined into the ground beef. And now I'm going to grab my other favorite kitchen tool, which is an ice cream scooper, and start making some meatballs just to make sure that, you know, they're all the same size and that they all cook at the same time. So I'm just going to make some meatballs, and after they're done, I'm just going to just line them up on a cookie sheet that I lined with some foil and that I sprayed with some nonstick spray just so that they do not stick. Now I went ahead and I preheated the oven at 375, and depending on the size of your meatballs, the smaller ones will take 15 minutes and the larger ones will take 30. So while those are baking, let's get started on the spaghetti sauce. So over medium heat, I'm going to warm up some olive oil, and I chopped 1/2 an onion and I'm going to add that to the oil. I'm just going to saute my onions for about 10 minutes until they become soft and translucent. You guys know I love my garlic, so I went ahead and I diced 3 garlic cloves. I'm going to add that in, and I'm going to continue to saute it along with the onions. Okay, so now I'm ready to add in the 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and the heat from the stove will heat it up and it will mix very well with the onions and garlic. You know, there's just something about the smell of cooked onions and garlic. It just makes your kitchen just smell so good. Now it's time to add a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes and an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Now to add more flavor, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano. So the spaghetti sauce is really coming together. It smells amazing, and before I put anything else in, I'm just going to give it a good stir. I'm ready to add 1/3 cup of chicken broth and just some sea salt just to taste. And to balance the tanginess from the tomato sauce, I'm just going to add a teaspoon of sugar, and this is optional. Now this would be a great time to taste test your sauce just to see if you need to add any more sea salt or pepper or Italian seasonings, oregano, whatever you like, just to make sure that your sauce is perfect. After 15 minutes of baking in the oven, this is what the meatballs look like. They look and smell absolutely delicious. And the only thing I'm going to do is just add them to the spaghetti sauce. And just so you know, this recipe can make up to 24 meatballs, so there will be plenty of meatballs to go around for everybody. So right now I'm just going to take a spoon and just make sure that all the meatballs is covered up with all the sauce, and just let them sit here and simmer and cook so that it can soak in all that delicious flavor. So everything is all in, and I'm just going to let it simmer and cook down for 15 minutes. So while that's cooking, let's get started on the spaghetti. So I went ahead and I boiled a big pot of water. I added oil so that the pasta doesn't stick, and it's always important to season your water with plenty of salt. And once your water is ready to go, you can go ahead and add your spaghetti and just basically follow the directions on the box, but you definitely don't want to overcook them because you do not want mushy spaghetti. So now it's time to eat. So you just have to load up your plate with some cooked pasta and put as much spaghetti sauce and meatballs as you like. Now, if you like your favorite bottled spaghetti sauce, then definitely go for it. But if you want to try a homemade version that is really simple, I would absolutely recommend you try this recipe. I think you will like it. And that is it, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. It will help out my channel a whole lot. Share this video with everybody you know. If they love spaghetti, definitely share it with them. Take a picture, follow me, and tag me on Instagram. I would love to see it. And if you give this recipe a try, please let me know in the comment section down below and let me know what you think. Before you leave, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel by clicking that box you see right there. And if you want to see another video, go ahead and click that box you see right there. Until then, thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate you all, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye-bye.